have a Dremel.
Okay. I have two sizes. You can use either the great big one like this one, on a lower speed. Or here's a little portable one. This is a little $25 Walmart one.
And what are you doing? You just, and that's all you do to do their...
Yeah, okay, so his nails, look how short they are already.
Oh, okay.
These were done when his ears were done.
Okay.
So we take these off under anesthesia, and if you do this once a week, you will never have nails that hit the floor.
Okay.
So, we're just gonna, okay. He's never seen this before, because it's only been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 days since his nails were done. So they were cut all the way off, and this is how much they've grown out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay. Good boy.
Is that just a sanding wheel then?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is this is 60. There's 2 grits that Dremel makes. And that's as short as you need to go.
Right.
Because if you'll see in a second, see that little fluid coming up there?
Yeah.
That's the quick. If I go any deeper, it'll bleed.
Okay, no bleeding.
So I want to go around the outside of it to expose the quick. So the quick comes in contact with the ground. Just make it rounded.
Mm-hmm.
Just go around the outside.
Okay.
If you quit wiggling, it won't bounce on your foot. Okay, so you can see that there's the quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's the quick. That's as short as 3 days
Okay.
until these edges are healed.
All right.
At that point in time, you might get 4 days, maybe 5, and you will be posting him somewhere into his 5th month of age.
Oh, okay. All right.
But he's already 2.5 months old.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a minimum of 3 more months.
All right. Okay.
And you want to make sure you get all the old scabs off. Yeah, see, that's a nice clean edge. And as long as this is, you know, antibiotic, kind of an antibacterial wash, you don't have to put any ointment on. So don't put any ointment on these edges, because you're never going to get the tape to stick if you do.
Okay.
And you're going to feel this is a little rough right here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a little scab.
All right.
It's going to still eventually come off. You man, you're so handsome. You are so handsome. So when we were doing these, and stick it to the post.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's why it's wrapped like that. Okay, just keep his head straight like that. Now you're going to take your longest piece of tape and stick it on the post. That's another reason why it's back wrapped. So it stays there. And just come around with it. And now you've covered the bottom of it and it's taped onto his ear.
Okay.
Now get the second longest piece and overlap it about 1/3. Because you want to stabilize the base.
Right. Okay.
And now that's, your hardest part is done. Now you go to your shorter pieces of tape. Do not have to be overlapped. It doesn't matter if there's a little space in between. In fact, I'm going to go right to the tip here, and I'm going to leave that right there. Now, because I can see just this little bit of a tip, I know exactly where I can cut that off. I'm not guessing where the end of his ear is. This little piece, I always cut it off because it tends not to stick quite as good. And besides, other puppies play with it and pull on it. So now we're going to turn him around. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pull the, okay, before we show you, see this little flap right here?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember taping, but people sometimes think that that should be wrapped this way around the post.
Right.
It should not. It should
Okay.
always go back.
All right.
So you're creating this little crevice in here.
Right, well,
And sometimes that crevice can get a little slimy or stinky too, because once you wrap this, it's not gonna have much air in there.
Thank you for telling me, because that's a good.
So stick it,
Mhm.
pull it up, stick it. And go back and get your tape. Remember, flap back. So place it at the bottom at a slight upward angle and just follow the ear. Let it come out where it ends up. Overlap it about a third. Don't pull it tight, just lay it around the ear.
It's okay, buddy.
Just my
All right.
butt fell off.
Yeah. No, not yet.
Okay, the ear's sticking out. That's where I know I can cut it. Don't leave any more than that stick out. We don't want the tips starting to curl. I'm just gonna pull this up and cut it off. Now, the bases are exposed. And you can put some salve on those edges right there if you want to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now we're gonna face in front. We're gonna take this and we're gonna stick it right here. Do his ears go out at all? A little bit. See that?
A little bit, yeah, okay.
So that means it's too long. So we're just gonna cut a little piece of it off. And now his ears should go straight up and down.
Excellent, yeah.
Now we're gonna take one of your longer pieces of tape. We're gonna lay it on here. And we're gonna stick this on the inside. First one's always the hardest one to get it on. Just gonna bring it around and stick it like that. So that's gonna be the basis for this. Now to keep this nice and tight, here's where your little pieces come in. Wait. Right here, this can be pulled tight. See, it just locks.
Right, okay.
It locks this piece that goes around the post onto his ear. Wait. Almost done. And this one.
You're okay. You're doing well.
And now you're just gonna bring it over here. Make sure it's pulled up about even. And you're just gonna put this around and onto the post. Then you're gonna take your last little piece that's cut in half. Let's go around it to kind of lock it on. There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Now, you're gonna Dremel his nails?
How do you do that? I mean, do it.